The cuteness is just pouring from the heavens.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. We are live in the Hideout.
Say that.
I almost knocked over the snack tray.
It's actually my fault. It was my drink. She didn't know it was there. It was like a fucking booby trap. She's like, it's the hole! But it's down here. You can't see it.
Spill?
No!
It almost did.
It almost did. But
Yeah.
to her credit, like when I was hosting the Honeycomb Hideout, I always spilled drinks along this corridor.
It's easy to do such things.
People don't know there's a big movie studio back there behind the camera.
Yeah, with the boom mics and fun stuff.
You! Put down those pretzels.
See, since I know I'm clumsy, I always make sure I get capped containers.
You are one of the most prepared people I've ever met, and that's why I hang out with you all the time. Because I'm telling you, it's the key to survival.
Right. Welcome to the Honeycomb Hideout. We are Sepsis, a metal band from Manchester, New Hampshire. I am their merch girl, Lexi Swarm, for the band. This is William, who plays guitar.
Willy, 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 willy.
And that's Zachy B on bass.
Boom, boom, boom.
Melissa is the vocalist and our producer.
But you can't see her.
Yeah,
So she's right here. Look.
she's right
Behind
there.
the camera.
But she's also right here.
So
And
just-
on the wall.
Her voice, yeah.
So just
She's
when
everywhere.
you do hear her,
Actually, because she's there, and she's also in that picture, too. And right there, behind you.
we're surrounded by her.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere. You can't escape me.
It's like Melissa's surround sound.
That's why we call her Metaverse Melissa.
Because she's here, even when she's not.
You'll never escape.
Jeez.
Yes!
That was ominous.
I accept that. This is the Honeycomb Hideout, the best place to stay up to date and find out the latest content and news about the band, live streams. You can also check out our content on sepsis.com, where we can be found. Also is YouTube, and also here on Facebook.
Are we streaming on YouTube right now?
Yes.
Good.
Share the stream.
Thank you for 100 stars, Kevin.
What color? We are still doing the 100. I almost said
100-star change.
100 lights and we'll send you $100. Like, what are you talking about?
the 100 stars.
The 100th day of Christmas?
Christmas?
I don't know. I'm just going with it. You were talking
Okay.
about
Oh,
It's
it's 100. Eartha Kitt?
Right. You know what I meant.
Right. But yes, it's still 100 stars to change the lights.
Bam!
So close. They're saying the other word that we said a couple weeks ago.
What?
Share the stream.
Look, I told you she got a different style than
Yeah.
when I host. You guys, you get what you're getting. This
Yeah.
is the new host.
I'm the new host. This is the Honeycomb Hideout podcast, where we host this every midweek, every hump day.
Wednesday, let me.
Yeah, look at that. He had it.
I was ready.
He had
I was
it.
so ready.
He was prepared. I told you.
At 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's funny.
Like I keep saying, please share the live feed. Send us stars. You can also be a
Keith McCarney sent 200 stars.
Well, we've never had that happen before.
It just means you have to alternate between two colors until something changes.
Right, we just turned out all the
Would
lights.
you like a color, or are you just being nice?
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Let us
We got to
know.
come up with something. We need a different star tier for that.
Right?
Right.
What do we do for 200? Somebody put it in the chat. What do we do for 200 stars in the future? Like that would be a like ring the alarm, confetti.
Right?
You know what I mean?
What if you scat a metal breakdown?
That's not a bad idea. Let me hear one.
Yeah.
Well, I would do the drums, so it'd be the
Yeah. Little guitar in there, a couple palm mutes.
Bunch.
Oh, little bass line. Some toms. A lot of toms. A lot of kicks.
Do this.
Gang, 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 gang.
I was gonna say it's better when Lexi sings
Dun,
along.
dun, dun, dun. Gang, 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 gang.
I like how she loves that right crash. She's just on that one crash.
Well, it's a breakdown. That's where you gotta be.
Okay.
Because you had the hand on the snare as
No,
well.
I'm just giving you shit. I'm giving you shit and I'm kicking the pen down here. There's a lot going on.
Talking about kicking. We're kicking pens.
Kicking the chicken.
Malcolm says, Lexi, miss you, dude. LMAO.
Oh, I miss you too. There's so
I
much.
also miss Malcolm.
Like, what the fuck you mean? You don't miss
Yeah.
Zach? Like, what the fuck's up with that? Like, what the fuck? Nah.
I miss you guys.
I
You guys are-
understand. I like Lexi more than you will. So
It's all right. People see enough of me on the page.
Han said, no kicking chickens.
I was trying to explain that to people the other day. I was like, I like girls more than boys. I was talking to a group of boys, and they were all looking at me like, you don't like me? I said, no, of course I like you. I just like the girls more.
Please make sure to check out our show happening on Saturday, April 13th. It's Melissa's birthday bash with Scarecrow Hill and many more bands.
We need to play some metal.
Yeah.
99 stars from Joseph.
Listen, I got 99.
That is his favorite.
I appreciate you. I was about to say I got 99 stars and the bitch ain't one.
Sean, thank you for 100 stars.
You already know. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Purple.
So yes, 100 stars. Change the lights. Please tell us when you do the 100 stars what color you want the light to be, and we will change the lights. Sending stars is one way, amongst many other ways, to help support the band, as well as become a subscriber that you can do here on Facebook, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching us on YouTube. Invite your friends to the page, share the feed, like us.
Get us iced coffees,
We like you.
marijuana, hand jobs, hoagies, whatever you got. We'll take it.
Give it to us. Here we go. Ready for mail call.
Hold on. I have a confession to make.
What?
We're not doing mail call.
Oh, but
I know that it's there. That's my faux pas.
we're gonna fast forward.
That is my second human error in my daily faux pas.
Faux pas?
It's a faux pas.
What's a faux pas? What does that mean?
Look it up.
How do you spell
It's
it?
something dirty.
faux pas.
Right.
Wait, PH?
PHOPHHAAH.
Okay,
at least
so
that's
PHA.
That's the New England way to spell it.
Faux pas?
Faux pas.
Oh, that is actually.
What is it?
Oh. What is a faux pas?
I think that's when we should hit the bell.
It's a social blunder or indiscretion.
Did you hear?
It's French.
Hold on, but wasn't that conducive? Wasn't that
Yeah,
okay?
100%. That
That's
was.
what I mean. Well, see, there you go.
You guys in your big fancy school words.
It's all this podcast and shit. So but the reason why is because, and I think that's what we should do, Melissa. When we have to learn shit, like when we're reading stuff and we get the alarm bell and we get the siren going, When we have to look up a word, that's when we hit it. We hit the bell and we all look up the word together and we fucking grow.
Oh my gosh, we get to learn words.
We just need to get
Yellow. Thanks, Kevin.
Kevin wants yellow.
You guys are going through it today. It's like
They want to change the light.
No, well, that's why we do it. Light wars.
Like Star Wars.
Listen, there is
Well,
no
no,
other...
because we're not destroying planets. Well, I mean, the human race is, but we aren't going to blow up any planets.
In tradition to the species, we're blowing shit up.
We're blowing up planets of our own here on Earth.
Not today, not now, and not this week or anytime soon. But someday, we're going to have another podcast.
Okay.
When these podcasts and talk shows and live streams are all over, which could be years and years from now, me and Zach are going to have a podcast about life. Just, it won't be on the Sepsis Network. It won't be above. Who cares what it is? It just won't be now. But in time, years from now, expect that to come out.
I'm excited.
So, Zach, you've got a couple bulbs here that just keep, like, shining in your face. If you move a little to the left, you'll be right in front of it. Yeah.
It's because I'm blowing.
There you go.
Careful for your
I
drink.
got it.
That's because I'm a shining star.
Right, and I don't want to blow all the synthetic marijuana on him. I'm just kidding. It's not synthetic. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's just a joke.
That was great. So here we are. OpenAI is pitching Sora to Hollywood. What do you guys know about Sora?
What the hell is Hollywood?
Listen, I watch AI news every single night. At least, half an hour, 40 minutes worth of like the latest 24-hour news of artificial intelligence. And it's been the same for the past 18 months. Generative AI making realistic pictures of feet and cats and stuff like that. That's pretty much where it's at. I mean, it's, 15-second video clips of feet. That's really where we're at with it. The other one is like Will Smith eating spaghetti. Like these are the big. I'm serious. I wish I was making this shit up, but these are the milestones. These are the achievements. Melissa knows I'm being serious too. This is the biggest achievements that we've made so far in consumer news. Now I'm sure AI and robotics are taking somebody's cervix apart as we speak, but that's not visible to all of us on Mashable. What I'm seeing is a lot of people just making bad art that nobody really wants, generating terrible music that nobody listens to. No one's really found anything great about it. I'm sure you're going to tell us.
OpenAI is ramping up plans for its AI video generator, Sora. And that involves a charm offensive in Hollywood. Details about this are still a little fuzzy, but we know the company is approaching filmmakers as well as studios. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and COO Brad Lightcap are having introductory conversations with industry stakeholders, according to Bloomberg. Unspecified big-name directors and actors already have access to Sora, says the report. That's part as an effect to encourage filmmakers to integrate its new AI video generator into their work. So it looks like Sora is this OpenAI video generator that is being launched to filmmakers to have AI in film. Sora was unveiled in February, and though there hasn't been any public release yet, The announcement has raised concerns about the data that was used to train to model and how it could impact the film industry.
Dada.
Data.
Mama. Dada.
Data. You know,
Mama. Look.
Data?
Look. This would be like, imagine like culinary artists 50 years ago hosting conversations in fear of microwaves and toaster ovens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how many fucking gadgets that they make, no matter how many gadgets that they manufacture to make food, people still like when human beings make food. Mm. So I don't know who they're trying to fool here. But do you remember like when CGI came out and it was a big thing? Remember the movie The Scorpion King? That's really laughable now, isn't it? Remember the CGI in The Scorpion King? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen the Scorpion King with The Rock. He turns into a fucking scorpion and fucking stabs people and shit or whatever the fuck it is. But the whole point is, it's terrible CGI. Mm-hmm. We should watch it after this. It's laughable. Like, if you look back on it, I remember people staring at that, going, oh my God, oh wow, look at the graphics on GoldenEye 007, oh my God, Nintendo 64, wow. So, I mean, even with all the gadgets and all the goofy stuff, like, CGI was never cool. It just never was, not for all of us. I wasn't a Toy Story kid. Like, Toy Story never was superior to drawing to me. Like, painting isn't better than sketching. It's just a different technique, no?
I like Toy Story. But then again, that's supposed to be a cartoon.
But it's not animation, it's CGI. Like, how do you feel about CGI cartoons versus animated cartoons? Do you like...
I like both equally.
Right.
But then again, CGI cartoons and that's okay to me because it's like, oh, cartoons are drawings and stuff anyway.
Right.
Whereas CGI to replace, human acting or like real life places, that's like, where,
animation is real. Do you think that CGI is in a league or can be compared to animation in such a way where it can compete with it to replace it? Because I feel like CGI is its own thing. Mm. I don't feel like CGI ever got rid of animation. I feel like it is what it is. Yeah. It's a new kind of image. So when I think of AI, I'm not really blown away. I think it's a new kind of image, one that's not awesomely attractive. Like, cool, it looks like real stuff, but it's not real stuff. I mean, when you see the plastic grapes on your mother's table, put one in your mouth. It tastes like shit.
Right. Yeah, it's cool for decoration, but even having CGI in all the big movies now, it's just really drawing people to like me towards back to the independent film artist.
I was gonna say,
they don't use all that.
Do you love bands that are using tons of CGI? Does it make you want to go see them live?
Not really.
When you see bands with AI, excuse me, when you see bands with AI or CGI in their videos, does it make you want to buy their records more or whatever?
No.
Does it make you want to get the T-shirt? Like, that's what I mean. A band spends $1 million, on CGI effects. Does it make you like the music more?
No.
All right. That's all.
I mean, depends on how they use it. It might be cool and, it might be one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, the visual, kind of, and the music go together, so that's cool. But more times than not, I'm not like, oh my God, this CGI video is so amazing. I'm gonna buy everything this band's ever done now.
Right. I mean, if they took a simple shot and the lighting was great,
right?
Would that be all right too?
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen a video destroy the artist or the music?
Like when you say, can you rephrase the question?
Name the last time you seen a video that was so ugly that it ruined the song for you. Come on, you ain't never had that happen before?
Yeah,
mine is
I've
black.
had that happen before.
Mine's Black Hole Sun.
I've never actually seen the video for that.
Really?
Really?
Oh my God, you've got to watch that video.
Most of mine
Now everyone's gonna watch it.
happened to be when they misuse green screen.
Ha! There you go.
So any artist that has misused green screen,
Yeah, chroma key, green screen.
and it just looks bad, it ruins it for me because I'm like, come on. Like,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem with real life and like chroma key or green screen or like Cool World or Roger Rabbit or CGI or any of this stuff. The problem is lighting. The one thing that AI's got right is that AI can calculate the lighting dynamics. It gets the lighting right. It makes the tar wet. It's, you know what I mean? That's what makes something look real, you know? But is the lighting. Think of a drawing or a sketch. What makes a drawing or a sketch come to life or a tattoo is like the lighting, the shading. You know what I mean? So in this sense, like, that's what I always notice about like chroma key or like you were talking about like the green screen is like you got this really, you know, the band will have this really cool mountain background and volcanoes and flames and it'll be red and orange. And then the numbskulls that are taking the film won't realize to film their subjects under the same light.
and it just looks so.
It looks so bad.
bad.
And here's the thing: if you wanna look at some really bad green screen, go look at the Sepsis song, "Force You to Lay Down," and it's because we just didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Like, if you want to go see a really bad green screen, you got to go watch our video, "Force You to Lay Down," because it's got arguably some of the worst green screen I've ever seen in my life. What, you guys didn't think I say bad stuff about the band? I keep it real. That is one of the we tried and we tried and we tried and we tried and what we learned in the end was we didn't have the right lights.
It all comes down to lighting.
And we were trying to match up people's skin color that wasn't lit to the background, and it just was it was really a mess. Go check it out. Actually, you guys, I mean, no one ever says anything because everyone's polite, but we know better.
Right.
Okay. That's where this program goes, left or right.
Ready for this one, Melissa? They're analyzing Spotify's payouts for emerging and professional artists.
But it doesn't really matter because artists, most of them on an independent level, are paying distributors to distribute their music and take money from the artists. There's no other industry where you pay people a subscription fee for them to take money from you. That is all. We're just giving people money for them to take money from us. It's weird.
Classic.
There's no other industry like that. Oh, politics, and religion. But that's it! Alright, we'll move on. I scared Lexi.
So the latest update about Spotify's emerging and analyzing payouts for professional emerging artists was on Loud and Clear website, and it focuses on Spotify's definition of emerging and professional artists. And it states that musicians who are actively trying to make a living from their work. It reckons there are now 225,000 of them on its platform, up from 200,000 a couple years ago. Based on this estimate, you could calculate that more than a quarter, 29% of professional or professionally aspiring artists generated $10,000 in 2023 from Spotify alone, and likely over 40,000 across all recorded revenue sources, claimed the company. That's based on Spotify's data showing that 66,000 artists generated more than 10K of payouts last year.
That's a dangerous thing for them to do. That's dangerous for them to come out at this time and admit that independent musicians are more than useless. The worst thing that Spotify could do for themselves right now is admit that independent musicians are profitable. I would be very careful with that if I were them at this time. I've never given any advice to Spotify, but that would be it. Admitting that it's just what is fundamental to me is it's unusual for Spotify to admit that independent artists are even successful on their app. I know this though, and you guys, just to be for real, to be authentic, to be fair, and to be me, is to be seriously transparent. I'm a Libra. Trust me. I will say this, and you guys have never seen me say this before, but speaking on behalf of Spotify, I can't believe I'm saying this. They're one of the only companies that agree to show their numbers the way that they do. Now hold on, they are in the business of manipulating numbers, so I don't want to get
right.
I don't want to get too happy, but Spotify is one of the only DSPs that opens up the book the way they advertise. Nobody else does it like that. I will say that.
Using similar logic, we can calculate that just under 46% of those emerging and professional artists generated more than 5,000 of Spotify's payouts last year. So possibly 20,000 across all recorded revenue sources. Because there were 103,400 in this category. The obvious question then is how many artists who are trying to make a living from their music are actually doing so? Spotify's own numbers suggest that 71% of this cohort are generating less than 40,000 across all recorded revenue sources a year.
Of course. Fair to say.
That's before any rights holder cuts and for group splits between multiple members, although it doesn't include live earnings, merch sales, and other music-related income.
I don't know why they would even say that. I don't know why they would even include that. I'm sorry. That just doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Yeah. Spotify's argument, which it reiterates on the site, is that this is why this year's changes to its model is cracking down harder on fraud, paying less for non-music noise content, and only paying royalties to tracks that have reached more than 1,000 streams in the last year.
Not to mention having the ability to take down any artist that speaks up against them. I'm just going to throw that out there. Ever since they implemented that little rule, you know what I mean? They've been TuneCore also. Ever since that they've implemented that little rule, there's a lot of actually really large artists even on the platform that have been open about the events and going-ons at these streaming services. And if you speak out and you're loud enough, they've been known to remove your material, remove your content for any and no reason at all, without contacting you. And I guess then their big move is just ghosting the artists when they rip their music.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because the practice is claiming fraudulent streams. So you know what I mean, they can if for instance, like if you were an artist and I didn't get along with you, I could go and save up $1,000 and go buy playlists and bots and go buy packages online on Spotify. I could go to my competitors' bands, I could go to bands that I didn't like, and I could buy hundreds of thousands of dollars of fake plays and bots and followers and spam bot all of my competitors and destroy their reputation on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere I want to.
Huh.
And TuneCore, DistroKid, Spotify, all of them have the ability to remove your entire catalog if suspected of streaming fraud. But there is no way to know who's buying it.
Right.
So like Melissa owns Sepsis, right? But what's stopping me from going out behind her back and buying 10 billion followers? Nothing. So if I really want to sabotage my competitors, I can go out and I could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars unanimously. If I didn't like Lexi's band, I could go out and spend hundreds of dollars on playlists and bots, and I could start botting and playlisting her music. She'd wake up one day and go, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I just got 20,000 plays on Blacklight. Fantastic. This is sick, man. She's got a new song, Bathwater. She thinks she's going viral. She gets a check or two. 2 months later, she wakes up in the morning, all of her fans are emailing her. Yo, all your music's been taken down. All your stuff's been manipulated. You try to email Spotify. You try to email your record label. You try to email DistroKid. They just leave you on. They just leave you on red. I mean, we've had a record label and a record deal for years, and when they stop paying us royalties, they just stop answering the phone. They don't like when companies steal from you in the music industry. They steal from you boldly. When TuneCore steals from people, they just steal from you in your face.
Mm-hmm. To your face.
To your face, in your face.
And they don't say nothing about it.
And they don't say anything about it because a lot of times small artists don't have the money to litigate this stuff in court.
Mm-hmm.
So they use that.
You got to take off work as an independent artist and use gas money to drive to court and litigate this shit.
Hire a lawyer.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's not making music.
And because all these big companies have been stealing from people, they can afford like an entire team of attorneys.
They're expert thieves, backed by attorneys and legal speech.
They've bought off their senators in the area.
They've got all the latest gadgets.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy, right?
Yeah. But not as crazy if you live in Florida.
What?
Who?
If you live in Florida, the great Pornhub blackout may be coming soon for you.
The black what is coming for what on Pornhub?
Pornhub. In Florida's hole.
Florida.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to live in Florida, and there's a couple of holes there. So what are we talking about?
In Florida, they are introducing a new age verification requirement for platforms that host pornographic material.
Oh, good.
It's exceedingly similar to the law that prompted Pornhub to withdraw from Texas earlier this month. Signed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Well, I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody.
Right.
But I will say this. People that are horny are happier.
Yeah. You have a valid point, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
right.
Usually my horniness and depression kind of go hand in hand, but that's another story.
I was going to say you and Ron DeSantis. Yeah. No. So what are they doing?
On Monday, he signed into a House bill requires online platforms which distribute pornographic material to verify that its users are aged 18 or older. The new law will come into effect from January 1st next year, with failure to comply carrying possible fine up to $50,000 per violation.
That's a lot of money.
Wait. They're requiring the users of the site to verify their age. Are they requiring the site to verify the age of the performers? Because that's the more concerning thing, is making sure the people in the videos are of age.
Yeah. It says here, requires online users. Verify that it's users. I guess you could also say
Might
that
be both.
because they are using the platform to post the video on it, they would also be a user.
I mean, these terms are always rebranded. But
Right.
but think about how it is on Facebook, how everyone's a creator.
Right.
Fucking gods.
You're right. Right.
You
That's
know what I
true.
mean?
The litigation will impact online platforms on which over 1/3 of the content is pornographic material. Such websites must offer both anonymous and standard methods of identification, with users able to choose which one they prefer.
There's more pornographic material on Reddit and Twitter than there is on Pornhub.
Facts.
I miss Tumblr.
You heard what I'm saying, though?
Facts.
Why are they making Pornhub go get their ID? They need to go make sure...
It's like the most popular one, that's why.
Well, I feel like Twitter and Reddit have more butts in private parts than Pornhub will ever have.
Yeah.
Dude, like, come on, man. Like, Reddit is like Slaughterhouse meets Debbie Does Dallas. It's just like butts and gore.
Oh.
If you go to Reddit, I mean, that's what it is. It's blood, guts, and boobs. It's the craziest thing. You ever seen it?
No.
It's like people's heads blowing off. You ever seen? You can go over there and see people get their heads sawed off and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand that shit, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that stuff. People peeing on each other and everything, beating each other up.
People are really
Like while
into
they're
that
peeing
stuff.
on each other? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
Oh man.
God, and I thought I had some weird interest.
Oh, there are some weird interests.
You
out
got
there.
Zachy B's gonna do a late night podcast on Saturday nights after the shows. It's called
Saturday night.
Saturday Night Scandal with Zachy B.
Scandalous Zachy.
Yo, that's
B.
why we got to get him at
Getting
the
scandalous with Zachy
Zachy
B.
B. That's right.
We're getting
He's
scandalous.
gonna cover all the scandal
Yeah.
that you can't handle.
Getting scandalous.
Light it like a candle.
Yeah.
Bust out the kimono for that one.
That's what. Yes.
With chocolate covered strawberries.
I thought she was gonna say chocolate covered mouth guards.
No. Strawberries.
Can you even eat strawberries?
Yeah.
Hey, so I was thinking, because nobody was thinking about this.
Oh?
Now that she's become the host, what happens if she passes out, Melissa? We haven't thought about that.
The people know this now.
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
There was the time. You got to remember when you banged your head off the wall. We did a whole episode on that. And then when you passed out on Twitch, there was almost like 40 people. It was a birthday Twitch. I mean, there was a lot of people in there.
Oh my
Remember?
gosh.
We would have called the ambulance.
Yo, I don't. It was on someone's birthday.
Yo, you can go back and see it.
Whose birthday?
It was Melissa's birthday.
Oh my god.
Happy birthday.
No,
Happy birthday,
I don't want to say.
Tessa.
We have a good Melissa birthday coming.
Yeah.
Where?
We need to. Yes.
What are we doing? Somebody, I heard like everyone's baking cakes. So like two things are gonna happen.
There's gonna be so much.
There's gonna be too much cake.
Do
Ready?
I need to facilitate a table for the cake and a table for the merch?
We might need We made a stage.
Do they know about this?
Who? Scarecrow Hill? I think they know everything they need to know. What do you mean? Somebody tag Scarecrow
No,
Hill.
I mean the people that are all making cakes, so they all
Somebody
know.
tag Scarecrow Hill and just ask them, do you know?
About
The
the
Muffin
cake.
Man.
Right, do you know, do you know about
The muffin man!
the cake top?
Said if Lexi passes out, everyone just freezes like the video is buffering.
Well, I don't know. That sounds kind of
Oh.
ridiculous.
I didn't pass out! I promise I did.
Hold on, we can't even do that. Like, especially because Lexi always laughs. So like, they're gonna
Not
know,
when I
they're
pass
gonna know,
out.
right? That's what I'm saying. They're gonna know it's real because you know what I mean. Like,
Oh, that's right.
you're not laughing. They're gonna know.
Because I don't have a laugh for passing
Right.
out.
There's no buffer for that. You need an official laugh for when you pass out. That way, people won't become alarmed.
Okay, I need to develop this.
Practice it like you practice your screams
Okay.
subconsciously, involuntarily.
Like passing out.
Right. I'm just saying, there's no warning.
Yeah, even
know
when
what?
I get a warning, I don't understand the warning.
But I mean, you have over. You probably don't know this, but you and Melissa have over 2 million views of live, like, commentary. I'm not talking about like projects or
Right.
music. There's 2 million views of people watching you two talk.
That's awesome.
And we stopped counting a few years ago, but like that's where we stopped counting.
Thank you guys for enjoying.
How about thank you for
Melissa.
counting?
And thank you for counting.
I
Thank you
think
for counting. And thank you for enjoying.
You're welcome. I watched some of those.
Yeah, if you guys
Thank
ever
you.
want to see the most fucked up shit, you got to go dig way back into Swarm TVs
Oh
from
my
like
gosh.
that's when it gets weird.
You'll see a whole different us.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys have watched us grow.
You know,
You've counted our growth.
I like that though. It's like a time capsule.
Yeah. It's like a memory.
Well, think about it. People have watched Melissa grow up on the internet since she was 17 years old in this band.
They have.
She's never ever done, like, that's what you've done your whole life. You've been in this band your whole life.
Yeah. It'd be weird without it.
Anybody think she's going to throw in the towel? Like, probably not. You've been in this band your whole life. We got to have you come on the show and interview you at some point. Not today, but we
Please.
really
What
will.
if I ask the questions?
Yeah, what if I wrote them and she asked them?
Like girl talk. I
An
do
interview's an
the.
interview, no matter how you cover it up. you know?
Right, true.
But like,
Don't worry, I got your back.
We're gonna get.
we'll
down
have
to
all your
scandal.
snacks. How about your snacks?
We're gonna find out. Yeah, because you know we're gonna get into your snacks. How you discovered your tail.
I've taken the personal liberty of becoming Melissa's messenger now. So any
That's
questions
good.
you have for her, you have to ask me, and then I'll ask her.
That's not a bad idea.
What's her
Let's keep-
favorite snack?
Gummy bears. Seconded by Peeps.
Yo,
Sorry, I didn't say I was going
hold
to
on. Hold on. I was gonna say I'm gonna write this down. Do not waste any money on Peeps. Don't send us no Peeps.
Don't do it.
No peeps.
Although you
Right.
said the Peeps soda was okay.
That was actually really good. That's one of my favorite sodas.
I think you all were hallucinating.
It was so good.
I didn't like it.
It tastes
Of
like
course you didn't like it. Nobody
tastes
liked
like
it.
marshmallow soda.
That's
Oh, yeah.
awful.
So
That's
good.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
terrible. That's like Chinese food flavored soda.
I like sweet things, and it tasted sweet.
I one time had marshmallow flavored
I
vodka,
like
and it was
sweet
just
things.
as disgusting as it sounds.
Oh,
I know,
what
horrible,
the fuck,
horrible.
man?
But I mean, when you're underage and you want to get booze, you gotta settle for what you can get.
No, I know. In my time, you know, there was Wild Irish Rose. Yeah, I don't know about that. Put a 1 in the chat if you know about Wild Irish Rose or Milwaukee's best. Y'all don't know about that. How about Old Duke?
Was there real roses in it?
Hold on, y'all don't know about. How about
No, just the thorns.
How
It was
about
very
rum-
dangerous. That's why they took it off the shelf.
Just the thorns?
What about Rumplemints? Y'all fuck with that?
What the
Rumplemans.
heck is that?
Zambuca.
That
That one I
sounds.
do.
You know about Zambuca? Come on, I know.
What's
guys.
that? What?
Huh? Why y'all acting brand new? How about Zima?
What?
Tequiza?
No.
I thought you were gonna say tequila. I was about to like,
How about-
yeah,
how about-
I know
how
tequila.
about-
Are you making shit up?
Boone's Farm.
Are you making shit up?
Moonshine.
Nah, Cisco.
I've made moonshine.
Cisco. Y'all know about Cisco?
Cisco.
Come on, man.
Oh.
How about
Cisco.
St. Ives?
Oh, St. Ives. I know
How about-
St. Ives.
All right. How about Mad Dog? Y'all know about Mad
Mad
Dog.
Yeah.
No.
All
Mad
right.
Dog 20.
lost
All right,
me.
come on. Y'all don't know
You
about this.
lost me.
This is the shit.
I know about Mad Dog.
Okay, but everything
Anyone
I
who's been to a 7-Eleven knows about
right,
it.
all the stuff I mentioned is my time.
Oh.
I only knew one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mickey's. Y'all fuck with Mickey's? Mickey grenades? All them?
What?
That's Yeah, they like little beers. They like grenades. They look like little grenades.
Oh, no shit.
Dude.
No, I never actually.
How about, yeah, they used to have 64-ounce jars of beer. You can go to the fucking store and get a jar. I'm talking about a fucking jar. A big glass fucking bucket, like a bubbler.
Back in your day, they also used to have like the mini cans of beer, right? That you could like
Yes.
stuff in like
Yes.
a sleeve so that you could
You bet.
sneak it around.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They had flasks. I mean, that was all stuff. I mean, not to call anybody out, God rest her soul, you know what I mean? But like, in my time, like your parents had a beer between their legs. You know what I mean? When you went shopping on the weekend, that wasn't, you know, I know everyone's like, oh my God, because everyone's so fucking sensitive and they forgot what life used to be like. But relax. This is before everybody was fucking experts and all of you were fucking, we were all expected to be brilliant.
When I was a toddler, we were allowed to ride in the back of a pickup truck, like
I know.
open pickup truck.
Right, it's just now everybody's a fucking entrepreneur and a fucking leader. But what I'm trying to say is back then people were down to earth. Mom had a silver bullet between her legs. She had a Marlboro in her hanging out of her lips. She had to fucking, you know what I'm saying? The window, you had to roll it down. It took strength.
I remember rolling down windows.
You had to have
I
fucking
remember
power. You had to be powerful to drive in a fucking car.
It sucked getting pulled over on the highway, though, because you have to reach over across to the passenger side to roll it down if you don't have a passenger.
You've never done that.
I actually have done that.
You've
I got a
rolled
ticket.
down the window?
Yeah.
You got
I
a
have
ticket?
Yeah.
You've got a ticket. You go about 10 miles under the speed limit, and it's hard for me to believe that your little limb was able to roll
Yeah.
the
Oh.
window down.
Yeah.
Like something scientifically isn't adding up here.
No, for
Physics.
I'm being for real. My first 2 cars were all roll down windows.
Wait,
Wow.
how old were you when you got said ticket?
I was 18.
It's possible.
I didn't move
She must
over
have
when
had
there was
real
a cop
junker.
pulled over.
What was your first car?
Mine was a
It's an
Saturn.
Oldsmobile Cutlass.
Mine was a Saturn. A 2000, like,
I had a
two.
Saturn one.
See, I was going to say, you had a Saturn, didn't you? Did you roll the window down?
Not in that one, no.
Mine rolled
As a
down.
kid, my mom had plenty of cars like that, though.
My first car was a Chevy Astra.
You know what? If I ever, which I never will, but if I do, I'm gonna get a vehicle. You gotta roll down the window. See, look at this. Look
Good old days.
look at how stubborn I am. Ha!
Will the seatbelt also
much-
be on your
Yeah,
lap?
look how much my arm fucking hurts. You know, this fucking.
It really does take arm
I was
strength.
gonna say, yeah, that one arm you used to roll and unroll will be super jacked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, you've been working out? No, I've been rolling up my windows.
Especially when you need the WD-40 to roll it up when it
You
gets
need
stuck.
WD-50 on that one. Speaking about 50, I know I talked about it earlier. What do you guys think about Puff Daddy getting his house raided?
He had his house raided?
Yeah, for sex trafficking. It's
No shit.
Yeah, man.
It's everywhere.
No, I'm not the judge. I'm not saying I'm not gonna say
I was gonna say, this is the United States. All
Right.
suspects are
right.
presumed
I'm not gonna
innocent
get
until
into that.
proven
That wouldn't be fair. But what I'm saying is,
He allegedly.
yeah, they allegedly kicked in like a whole bunch of his mansions and allegedly took a whole bunch of evidence out. and allegedly put everybody in handcuffs and allegedly took computers and hard drives and looking for... Oh, man. Just imagine what P. Diddler looks up on his hard drive.
For the very first time.
Right. And if you think your yacht is hot, you haven't seen P. Diddy's.
Allegedly. It's taken. I want to see those episodes just so I can see that title.
Right. If you think your guest list is hot, you should see P. Diddy's. It includes the CIA.
Prince Samson.
You know what I mean? Like, it's got all the top celebrities. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Imagine you're doing so much fucking that the police come.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's wild.
Like, your sex parties are so wild, the fucking FBI pops in. They're like, hold on, guys, that's enough.
And the CIA calls
you know what I mean? Like,
sadistic
wait a minute.
maniac?
Right, everything was fine until you did that. What are you doing? See that? You take that out of that. You turn around. Honey, put your hands behind... don't touch me with that. Put your hands behind your back. Jesus! Somebody get an M16 in here.
Clean this thing. Wrong. Look, I have it all on film.
Right. These guys, right.
Sees that. That's definitely
right. That's just...
And possibly an extra charge.
Right. Wow, like...
Next thing you know, he's going to be sharing a cell with R. Kelly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. No, it is.
Dirty
every step we take, yeah, every move you make, they'll be watching you.
I love the police.
Yeah, that's what fucking happened. It said every step I take, they'll be watching you, and the police showed up.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's just about as crazy as Eartha Kitt dying on fucking Christmas. What the fuck is going on here? Right? I feel like I'm in a fucking paradox.
Right?
That's nuts.
Submitted for your approval.
Holy shit. That can't be real.
It's real. I showed it to you. Yeah, it's real life. That happened. Yeah.
Well.
So his house got raided, but did he get arrested?
No, that's the fun part.
Huh.
Can I tell you something, though? There's something I know that a lot of, like, you know, like fans and, like, audience members and people that watch the news, and I've been hunted before by the FBI.
Actually, I did know that because you sent me the article.
Yeah. Okay. Twice. I'm an expert at being hunted by the FBI. And one thing I will tell you about them, but not for the same type of reason. I was actually, I ran while I was on parole, on prison. I ran away.
Oh, that's a big no-no.
So, yeah, so you're supposed to check into parole every month, you know what I mean? And you have to prove, you know, you have a job, you're not smoking weed and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I was in my 20s. I told them to fuck off. I wanted to go chase pussy and smoke weed and do what I want to do. And work where I want to work and do what I want. Mm-hmm. Well, they don't like when you do that.
No, they do not.
So, and it's not like at the town jurisdiction. Like when you run away as a
U.S. Marshal.
Yes, as a parolee, they consider you property of the state. Like even though you're home, and you're flipping burgers at
right, you're still
Jared's Burgers. It doesn't. They still on paper. I don't know if people know this at home, but on paper you're still a ward. You're still a basically property.
Right.
To serve your term.
Right.
Until that, so basically the idea is you either serve it inside prison or you serve it at home, being cool.
That's why they do the 20 to 30.
Yes. You know? So for people that don't know at home, probation is a punishment, parole is a privilege. Mm-hmm. Do you get it? People don't know the difference. That's why I need to tell y'all.
Right.
So they basically gave me. I was really good in prison, and they were like, "You can go home."
Right.
And then I got an apartment and went home and stuff like that. And then I didn't like the rules of parole. So I'm like, oh, fuck this. I don't want to go. I can't. Like, for instance, one of the problems was I couldn't get a job after 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, because of curfew.
Because for a certain amount of time, you got to follow these rules. You can't smoke weed. You can't drink. I was in my 20s. I thought I wanted to be cool, hang out with the girls and do stuff. You know what I mean? So I ran away. Of course, you get caught smoking weed.
Yep.
Then you don't like that. They want to hold you accountable for that. So, and of course, I didn't want to be held accountable for that. So then you run away. So you can go hang out with your girlfriend and do whatever you're doing. Well, it's not an offense, it's not a crime, but they take it very seriously.
Right.
And they send the cavalry after you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in one situation where he's right. They're called the U.S. Marshals. They'd make a separate contract beyond the local level, beyond the state level, and now they have jurisdiction to hunt you all over the country.
Yep.
So when I used to run away from these motherfuckers, I did it more than once. I'm a master at running away from these assholes. So I'd run away from them. I would go to, like, Florida. Mm-hmm. I'd go to, like, fucking Arizona. I'd fucking leave. I'd start a whole new life. And they'd fucking run down there and catch me.
Right.
They dress up like phone men, construction guys, whatever. They fucking put costumes on and shit. You'd never see these motherfuckers coming. Mm-hmm. They are better actors than you'd ever thought. Like, someday I'll tell a story about it. It's really cool. But long time ago, and my sentence is finished since then. But what I want to tell you is when they're investigating a case, when, like, the FBI is investigating a case, like on, like, drugs or something like that, I don't really know anything beyond that because that's just guys I did time for. So I was able to study a lot of guys' cases, and I was able to study a lot of people that I spent time with, and observing and examining their situations. A lot of times, man, like the federal government, they're not going to make a move on you like that. They're not going to come and look for evidence and do big searches and seizures and warrants and stuff like that, unless they really have a very firm grip on you. One thing I would ask them when they used to catch me, I'd go, "How'd you guys catch me? Like, tell me, like, you got me, but how'd you guys know where I was and everything like that?" And every time they've explained to me, we watch people for. First they told me we're not going to tell you. Then they told me we've known where you're at for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Right, because in order to secure the warrant, they have to be able to prove
to
a judge to sign off.
They say, we've known that you was in it. We've known it. We've been following you and keep an eye on you for quite some time. And I say, how long? We're not going to let you know that. They're not going to tell you.
Sometimes it varies based on person, though. Like,
if you're right, I wasn't what you would. I don't think that. I think they were smart enough to know that I was a kid. I wouldn't really say I was like dangerous. I wasn't like a mobster or something like that. You know what I mean? I was running around partying with my little girlfriends. I wasn't knocking over banks. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about absconding for parole. We're not talking about getting new crimes or like. But when you're suspected of a crime, like in this case, that's some pretty serious stuff. Like I think one of the suspected Puff Daddy crimes is like trafficking.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big one. Mm-hmm. That's a big one. Mm-hmm. Something like that. I doubt that they would go after something like that unless they had a very strong.
Oh, they would have had to been tailing him for months. And it sounds like.
And he's been sued by a bunch of his ex-girlfriends for it. I mean, the other boy came forward, and that and half a dozen naked parties and people. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough for.
It's enough for probable cause to at least secure a warrant.
Whereas a lot of the activities that they said were going on happened on camera, and that the rumor is that he recorded a lot of the events. I think that you're right about that.
Yep.
Or somebody told.
Or
somebody told.
Yep.
That's true.
So, you know what I mean? Somebody
happened.
close to you goes, "Hey man, I don't want to go down for this shit."
A lot of the times in schools, we were able to catch people because like their friends would film them, like
that's what I mean.
Kicking down a door, like setting a trash can on fire. They'd film it and immediately go to the office and be like, "Hey, this is what Jimmy did." So.
Wow.
Yeah, probably somebody who's.
Oh my
close
god.
by.
Yo, that's foul. I'm just gonna keep it real. I never told on nobody in my life.
Right. Are any of you guys
hungry? I'm starving.
Well, not hungry, but do you guys know what would happen when the next super volcano erupts?
We're all gonna die?
I was gonna say thanks for bringing this up because the world feels so safe today, Lexi.
Do they?
What are you guys more scared of? The music industry or super volcanoes? That's easy. The music
After-
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after reading this
It was a
article,
trick question for Zach. He's a bass player.
After reading this article, I'm a little bit scared of both. NASA has proposed sci-fi plans to potentially shut down a supervolcano should one show signs of an imminent eruption. Yeah.
NASA wrote a sci-fi novel?
They proposed sci-fi plans to potentially shut down a supervolcano.
All right. I'm interested.
Such a geologic scheme might not ever be necessary, and a new research from NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies in Columbia University, scientists found that the most powerful scale of eruption, which emits a mind-boggling amount of material into the atmosphere, would probably not plunge Earth into a deep, cold volcanic winter. Indeed, though prodigious? Prodigious?
911, look, you're going to get me now.
Pro.
Yo, she might have said that right, man. I don't
Prodigious?
know. I don't know what that
What
means.
does
You're
this
going to have to
mean?
look. You got me. I'm not going to. I will not come on this program and pretend to know shit I don't. Because at some point, someone's going to go, you said prodigious. Well. I'm going to say, no, the fuck I didn't. Mm-hmm. You said prodigious and you didn't know.
Survey says...
Prodigious.
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 Oh, okay. I hold on to your digits.
And...
What does that mean?
Remarkably or impressively great in extent, size, or degree.
Well, why couldn't they have just fucking said that?
That's what I'm saying. Why they got to use their big fancy school words in their book learning? Like
my friend,
normal people.
My friend Tommy Johnson he used to call that Scrabble words. He said, "Why you got to use all them Scrabble words around me, man?"
Oh, that makes sense. Scrap.
I like that when he used to say that. He used to be like, "Come on, man!" I tell him something scrupulous, and he say, "Man, come on, Q, with all them Scrabble words."
Imperative.
Right.
That's a fun word to say.
Amalgamation.
I can't think of anything now but one syllable words like tits and
bestow.
Cheese and.
I love the word bestow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite word, bestow.
Cowbell. Can we get some more cowbell? Caveman.
Hey, that's me.
Indeed, the prodigious gases and ash blasted into the sky by a super eruption.
Eruptions and ass blasting? This is
Ash!
fucking
I
crazy.
said ash!
Eruptions of ass blasting. Like, I don't even
You say it
understand
like
it.
that sounds disgusting.
This show is fucked up, dude.
Sorry,
This is crazy.
Moving along. Bye.
Did you choose this like this on purpose?
No, I did not. I chose it because I thought it was interesting.
certainly is.
It is. It's been a wild ride.
That's what you said. Which erupts over 240 cubic miles, which is 1,000 cubic kilometers, of magma, would inevitably block some sunlight and have a cooling impact. It just likely wouldn't be devastating to life globally, according to this latest research.
Think about that. You bust one and blot out the sun.
But not globally.
But not globally. I mean, there'll be enough for springtime.
Just for the affected area, apparently.
That's where it matters.
The relatively modest temperature changes we found most compatible with the evidence could explain why no single super eruption has produced firm evidence of global scale catastrophic for humans or ecosystems.
Of course not.
Says Zachary McGaw, the study's lead author and researcher at NASA's GISS and Columbia University, has stated in a statement.
Imagine like a job where you're paid to study and like work on ideas and plan for events that don't ever happen. Like Matt.
Stars from Kevin.
Oh,
Thank
word.
you, Kevin.
Thanks,
Thank you, Kev. Like, imagine that. Like, you're a paleontologist. Like, the dinosaurs aren't coming back. So you just have to, like, basically build shit that people tell you to build. Like, whether or not it even existed or not. Somebody's like, look, your job is building a fucking triceratops. I said it has 2 horns. You know what I mean? A fucking funny tail. And if your job as a paleontologist depends on your supervisors being happy, then you're going to make that triceratops.
Yeah, but isn't putting dinosaurs together just kind of like building a puzzle where they're like, here's what it should look like, here are the pieces, have at it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if somebody gets bored and wants to get creative, if your boss, if the guy that's paying you, if your supervisor doesn't like a brontosaurus, he gets to rewrite history. Like, hold on, I don't think so. I think his neck was a little like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, if you want your neck...
proved
Right,
at the time.
Right, I'm trying to prove my point to
Right.
my buddies that it's a triceratops.
And according to our new technology
I
of
said,
our AI sensors, it stated that his neck is actually just formed.
Right,
It
like
actually
in the
goes
art-
to the left.
Take one of the big pieces and break it and make the little pieces.
Right. He had little ones. But there are no little ones, sir. I said he had some little ones. They're cuter. You need them more marketable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
Because you have people coming to the museum. You have to appeal to the people.
Come on, be for real. You guys know how this works.
Right.
But so it's just like, imagine a job where you studied things or planned for events that never happened. Like, okay, you're in charge of the super magma volcano. Okay? It's never going to happen, but figure out, you know what I mean? Like that, you get paid.
Out a way to stop it.
Right, you get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to go, like,
I had to study the physics of the volume, how much
even though the likelihood
this
and the law of
is
probability
so rare.
says it's never going to happen in your lifetime.
You have to study it.
Think about that. You
Kevin for 100 stars.
Thank you,
color?
Kev.
What color?
Orange.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's it. That's the
a
one.
good one. That's my favorite
Watch
color.
how my whole mood changes.
Right? Put it on.
That's it.
We're in happiness now.
That's it. I knew we'd
So
get there.
we're happy now. Look
I'm happy
at
with the
it.
idea that maybe I could go work for NASA and get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to just use my imagination.
That's what, now you're getting what I'm saying. Like, hey, you're in charge of looking at the nebula. Here it is. Look at it.
It's Willy Wonka.
Look at
you
it
know?
and say stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know it's right.
Nebula has blue and green and orange.
Right, and right.
And there's no clouds.
It's not like you're gonna go out to the nebula and take pictures and do reels with the nebula. Hey nebula, hey, put your hands up, okay, nebula. Like, it's not like you're gonna have to make friends and tame the nebula.
Well, now with AI, I could. And nobody would be any the wiser.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Don't
okay?
threaten her with a good nebula.
That sounds like fun. Nebulas are star nurseries, and remember, that's a different conversation for a different time.
We don't want any nurseries around here.
Right. Are any of you guys Bruce Dickinson fans?
Like,
Dixon?
Sure.
The Iron Maiden guy?
Everybody is.
Bruce Dickinson.
You don't know who that is? Well, now you know, because
I
Zach
do.
told you.
Yeah,
Zach just told you.
I spoiled it, sorry.
It's okay. Well, he blasts U2 currently for $1,200 ticket price.
Wait, what?
That's a lot.
Bruce
For U2?
Dickinson blasts U2, the band U2.
Oh, man, what the fuck did we do? What did we do? What do you mean, you two?
I thought you said YouTube.
Oh.
U2, the band U2.
No, yeah, you two.
U2, the band.
Bono's band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that
Bruce.
makes way more sense.
I'm sorry. Bruce Dickinson blasts the band U2. The band U2.
That's a lot of weird words together, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it just sounds fucking crazy.
It does. And this is a crazy thing to read. Here we go. Bruce Dickinson recently spoke with Mexico's Atamafores magazine about high concert ticket prices. The frontman shared his thoughts on today's music scene. He wondered why fans should pay $1,200 for a ticket and used U2, the band U2, Las Vegas show as an example. He goes, 2 things. 1, it depends what the show is and what kind of show it is and who the audiences are. He's not going to go around and say specific artists because most of the artists that are charging like $1,200 for a ticket, like in Las Vegas, if you want to go and see a show, they think it was $1,200 for a seat in the Sphere, and they have no interest in paying $1,200 to go and see the band U2 in the Sphere. $100 they figured maybe, but for them, absolutely didn't think it was the right price. Later he goes on to say what he means by the right type of tickets. He means the tickets that are in the front of the stage, which everybody says should be the most expensive tickets. Actually, no. They should be the most reasonably priced tickets. Because the people who are going to go there to the front of the stage are going to be people who are real fans. People who are kids. People who can't afford the crazy money. But they are... But they are the people that need to be down in the front. They're the people that are going to keep the music alive, according
I know,
to Mr.
everybody.
Dickinson.
I love when everybody wants to make a point. They always go, because we want to help the independent bands. Or they go, because we want to help the kids. It's those same two, like, rip-off schemes I always hear all the time.
And
That's
the
like,
big fans.
Oh, no, let's not forget about the vets. We want to do a charity. Every time somebody wants to have a reason to do something, it's always for a charity or a benefit.
Yeah, because it's a tax write-off.
Man, fuck that. Why don't you do something because it's legit?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do something for what it is? Stop trying to have a music show and make it a charity. Having a charity and make it a fucking circus. Right. Taking a circus and making it a fucking courtroom. Taking social media and making it a music app. Making a music app into social media. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? This one size fits all, everything's everything. These shoes aren't shoes, they're boots. But hold on, wait, there's more. They're fucking skis. Would you get some of those?
Probably.
What would you call those? Buskis?
Skeets.
That's fucking perfect. Bro, we just did it. We quit music. Turn it off. We just made skeets. Think about it. They're boots, they're shoes, and they're skis, Melissa. We can retire now. Skeets. You don't want a pair? Come on. It's New England. Get your skeets. Hans would definitely buy some.
Yo, he would.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, he would.
I don't care if you guys don't even like it. Fuck it. Me and Zach will have some. We'll have our skeets and you won't. He'll have his Komodo and his skeets. And every time we pull up, we'll pull up to the venue. You guys would be like, why you guys look so cool?
We want some skeets.
Yeah, skeet, motherfucker. You don't know.
Skeet. Skeet. Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Was that it on there? That was it?
That was it on that one.
Where is this place again?
So I'm looking up. So Iron Maiden has a show November 6th at the DCU Center. So I was looking up to see what their ticket prices are looking like.
Let's see.
Because was that the fucking Sphere?
Yeah, that's the Sphere.
Well,
in Las Vegas.
That's like a setup, though. Because, like, you're going to go to the Sphere? Front row at the Sphere?
Right.
But, like,
I don't think that's too much to ask to see Sepsis at the Sphere. Of course, I would never.
Right.
I wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Sorry.
And I don't know about that whole thing, but I was like, why wouldn't they disclose that other band or the other artist? That's weird.
They didn't want to.
Why? See, don't try to make a point and be like, I'm not going to disclose shit.
Right.
How you going to make a point? You got fucking secrets.
And another thing, too, is
Fuck
like,
that.
how are we going to make a point? And my question for them is, how are your tickets like?
Well, that's why I looked it up.
That was weird.
Oh, perfect.
Right.
Let's see what it's like then.
Yeah.
Let's go into this.
So, so they're GA floor tickets. GA floors, the lowest price is $329.
That's to me that's really expensive.
Yeah.
Right?
But it is you too, right? That's a big deal.
Oh no, this is Iron Maiden.
Oh, never mind.
Well, I wanted to see what Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, I see. You guys went you Man, I love y'all. You guys are real Honeycomb Hideout motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's also look up then. Oh, this feels like William versus the World stuff. This is good. Can you look up how much the next U2 show is on its own?
Right. Yeah, one that's not at the Sphere.
Yep. I want to just see if we can compare prices. That's what this all comes down to. Let's take a moment.
It's weird. Their general floor tickets are actually cheaper than if you were to get like a balcony lower level, which starts at
It's probably a better view.
400. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when that's why I asked, because I'm on some whole different shit, you guys. I was thinking like, wait a minute, like it's the Sphere. I wouldn't want to go see a show at the Sphere, sitting on the floor.
Right.
You might fall on the floor.
Well, it's also like, I mean, when you go and see a movie in a theater, you actually want to be further away. Like, the back of the theater is going to be the better spot because you're up higher.
And this shit, I mean, in the Sphere, I mean, it sits like this, bro. Like,
right.
Like, the seats are, I mean, you're in a big omnisphere.
Right. So
Have you seen the Sphere yet?
No.
Man, it's we're talking about lossless, omnipresent, atmospheric, blah, blah, blah. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's environmental music, like, it's music in the environment.
Oh, is that,
It's fucking nuts.
The lowest ticket price I've seen is in the very back of the nosebleeds for $189. And that's for Iron Maiden at DCU Center.
Wow, man, that's really expensive, man, for nosebleeds.
Although I will say their highest ticket price hasn't been over $500, so the highest I've seen was.
I think they landed some caps. Like I was just reading the other day, they're like capping some
time.
of these motherfuckers. Yeah,
it's about time.
Some of these states are like, no, you know what I mean, like, I guess it's like states though, you know.
Right. Yeah, it looks like the average price is roughly $329.
A lot of people don't know whether you're Sepsis or Bruce Dickinson. The artists are the ones that set the prices.
Mm-hmm.
That no one's gonna tell you that though, but I just did. Yep. Nobody's gonna say that though. Yeah. Nobody believes that.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure like the price is set by how big is the tour production.
Right, and when I say artist, I mean the artist's management.
Right.
And booking agency.
Mm-hmm.
When I say artist, look at an orange one, just for you.
Orange. Thank you. I couldn't find any information about U2's like newest shows. All they keep showing is the Sphere.
Let's do any. How much was their last show, you know?
Their last show?
Do you have that?
No, I was looking up U2's tour rider.
They
only have one section from their 1992 tour.
Let's hear it.
These are the alcohol requirements for the Zoo TV tour show.
Just alcohol?
This is just their alcohol rider. 1 case of Rolling Rock or local domestic bottled beer. 4 cases of Heineken. Half a case of Guinness Stout. 1/5 of some kind of tequila. 1/5
Can't blame them there.
of Stoli or Absolute vodka.
Boone's Farm.
1/5 of Jack. Oh, specifically Jack Daniel's Black. 2/5 of Moet White Star Champagne. I probably said that wrong. It's probably a French thing. 3 very good French 3 very good French white Chardonnays. 3 very good French red
I thought he was gonna say 3 French wives. I was like, man, that's crazy.
It's a lot of wives.
French toast.
2 bottles of Cadet red wines. 2 Jacob's Creek or Black Opal Australian white wine.
At least they gave him an option there.
That's a lot of wine.
1 medium quality port or sherry.
That's for the
And that's just alcohol. And that was back in the 90s.
You could do that in the 90s. They give them that right now to tell them to fuck themselves.
Right?
So I have also U2's ticket prices for their Vegas shows, and the lowest was starting at $186.
Bingo.
Boom.
Look at that. Look at that. See how we did that? That's what people will never do. They would never do that. You guys just did like the sepsis thing. Like that's what sepsis does. When people are like, well, hey, what do you guys do and how you guys do all that? What do you guys do? Like what makes the team so great? That. You just saw it. How we all jumped on the phones. We all started looking. We all started hacking. We all started growing.
So
that's how we stay ahead. So now we know, like we know the behavior of a U2 tour. And we know what they're drinking in 94.
Mm-hmm. And we know the lowest price for tickets.
Right?
In comparison to Iron Maiden, is that what you said?
Yep.
Everybody in the chat, how much do you think is appropriate for a local band of our size to set our ticket sales at?
And should there be a pre-sale?
Like let's say Stitched Up Heart was headlining and we were opening the show. How much should that show cost? You guys tell us in the comments. I'll give you 2 different bands to give you transparency, okay? And context. What if it was Infected Rain and Dying Oath was opening up for them? Would that be a similar price? See what I'm saying? Let's do a different one. Let's do Reality Suite is opening up for Icon for Hire. See how I'm building dope shows at the same time? You guys love all these shows. See how I'm building all these dope lineups?
That's a dope show.
See how I'm doing all that?
That's a dope show.
I should book all the bands everywhere.
Yeah.
They should come to me and I'll fix this shit.
Right.
15
We'll book it
to
together.
20, pre-sale 12.
Who's saying that?
Geo.
I knew it must have been somebody on our staff. Never mind. He doesn't count.
Gio!
$50.
Who said that?
Hans.
Another staff member. Not fair. I won't talk about it anymore.
Moving along.
I'm not saying that they're inaccurate or nothing like that.
100 stars from Chad. Thank you.
Woo!
What color?
Blue.
Oh, but orange.
Whoa, that changes everything.
Yeah.
I'm blue. If I were green, I would die.
That's it? I mean,
That's all you had for us?
Mike and DJ May.
I was gonna say I don't want to go too I think anything more than like 2 lines in and they might copyright us.
We can't have that happen.
Are you kidding me? The fucking SWAT team will be at the door.
But I changed the words at least over 20%, therefore it's parody.
Yeah.
And under the parody law of the United States, I'm good.
Yeah, most people just say, yabba dabba do, I will die.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Yabba dabba do. Oh, that's
Flintstones.
Flintstones. Right. Damn, it's been a while. Is that still a thing?
The Flintstones?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, that got canceled back in like 1984.
Goes to show you last time I watched TV. I didn't watch that. Seriously.
Wow.
Somebody said the other day you were talking about watching TV. I didn't watch TV. When's the last time you watched TV? You watch TV?
Like TV or like
See,
TV
look out.
shows?
Right, like.
The last time I watched TV was at my mother's house this weekend because I found the Science Channel.
And it was cable TV?
Yeah, it was the Science Channel. I was so happy.
The last time
I've learned so much.
Last time I watched TV was Thanksgiving because my aunt was in town, and
That was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, we went and stayed at a hotel in town, so we all went over to use the pool, and then afterwards, before leaving, we all hung out and we had HGTV on.
I was gonna say, I bet you the next time we all watch TV is in Wisconsin. for like 20 minutes before we go to bed.
We're gonna watch science?
No, we're going to watch the Weather Channel.
Yes!
I guess we are going to watch science. Yes.
So yes.
Yes! I like all forms of science. Let's fucking go!
That's why we hired her.
Science! So, Melissa, what do you think about dating app coaches?
What?
Dating app coaches.
I think you need to continue to talk about this with Melissa because I think it's ridiculous.
Dating app coaches promise to upgrade your love life. But do we know what they actually do? Do you know what they do?
No.
Because I'm a motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what this say about me. That's what I'm thinking they do.
YMCA.
Dating apps can sometimes be a drag. Swiping until your thumbs hurt. And racking your brain for witticisms. That's not a word. Racking your brain for witticisms about your matches before the conversation inevitably fizzles out and you're left with a wasteland of matches unless some bizarre alchemy takes place is hardly the romantic dream many of us fantasized about, and it can leave you feeling hopeless.
Yo, let's buy a dating app and make a sepsis profile and date people. Let's see how this works. You're not curious?
I am.
Show a little belly button. Let's get this going. This will be so fucking great. We'll all just be the same. Can't we all do that now? We're all just gonna be one person.
Let's all just make a
You're
Tinder.
gonna have to date the whole fucking band. We'll just be honest with them.
We need a control group in order for us to properly do this. We can't all be on Tinder.
No, what we'll do is we'll make a chat. We'll make our dating chat, and we'll have all the band members in the chat, and we'll have the live dating feed. We'll do updates, and we'll have a dating feed, and then everybody...
So is one person going to be on OkCupid and one person going to be on... Are we all going
to be on
Tinder?
We're one thing. We're an entity.
Right.
But we need a control group in order for us to find the data.
We are the control.
Right.
But you're just getting data off of one platform.
Oh, you're saying that this...
Oh, so the whole entity will sign up for multiple.
Yeah, we would need an independent group, a dependent group, and a control group in order for us to properly do this experiment.
She's got a lot of groups.
I'm pretty dependent. So.
Right, and I was going to say, if we start having all these groups, we're going to have an individual.
Well, we're doing an experiment, so this is how you conduct an experiment. You need one person on Tinder, another person.
Did you know how many dating sites there are, though? There's probably thousands.
We can always find the top 3. That's the best way to start.
We can always grab you at home. Who at home wants to join dating sites and help us get data? Hans. Hans, show a little belly button. We'll get there.
Someone volunteer as tribute. Anybody. Proceeding. Yeah. Enter the dating app coach. Singles of all ages are turning to coaches who specifically tailor to their services.
Why all ages? Dating is not an all ages event. It's not like Happy Wheels. What the fuck?
Right.
What is this? Anchors Up?
Where's the limit to this?
Why is there an all ages dating app?
Right. From what I understand, the limit's supposed to be 18.
Doesn't even say what the limit is. I'm scrolling. Doesn't even say anything about age.
All right, let's go. We've already found out the worst thing about this thing.
Want me to continue reading?
Of course, it's awful.
These services range from simple advice around how to upgrade your dating app profile to full-blown app management in which an expert will set up your profile and reply to messages for you, as well as providing support, often both administrative and emotional.
Oh.
No.
That sounds like just catfishing with extra steps.
No.
This sounds like...
No. I have a horror story. Do you want to hear about this?
This sounds awful.
No, dude. I was in prison with this dude. And you know how I like to write. Mm-hmm. I'm a writer. So he comes to me and he gives me this fucking story about his whole life has been a fucking trying to get this girl back, and on his crazy mission to get his life started back with this girl, and it's the love of his life and all this crazy shit, and however he could hurt her and he'd never have a chance and all this crazy shit. And he comes to me one day and he's like, I'm never going to be able to get this girl back. I need a favor from you. And I said, what? He said, I need you to write to her. I said, what? He goes, you got to write to my wife. He goes, I'm going to tell you how I feel about her, and I just want you to fucking, can you just write it for me? So after some time of him working on me, you know, because it wasn't like a one-stop shopping conversation. It went on at the card table. I told him no. Mm-hmm. And guys would hire me in the joint. Anybody that's in the joint that ever jumps in this conversation, if they're out there, be able to verify this. But routinely, you know, a couple times a year, a couple times a month, guys would hire me to play guitar. And my job in a joint, like some guys do tattoos, some guys do Hallmark cards, some guys do bracelets, some guys you craft, some guys do whatever. I was a guitar player. Mm-hmm. I was a performer and singer. I read people's stories, poems. I'm the same guy. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm the same guy here as I was there. So you in prison you have stores, you have the gym, it's just life goes on. The only thing you don't have is a girlfriend if you're lucky, right? You know what I mean? Unless that's your road. But in prison, it's really difficult to do that. So the thing is, man, is like that's what I did. You know, you play music for cigarettes. I put on performances. I helped start music programs, the whole bit. But what was I before? What was I talking about before?
You're talking about how in prison you were, one of your things people went to you for was for writing them.
Yes, the dude. And what wound up happening is, thank you. And what happened was I wind up writing this letter for the dude. And long story short, the guy actually convinced me to write a letter to his wife. And we didn't hear back. I mean, I wrote the letter. It was a great letter. You know what I mean? It was actually great. And we waited. And I mean, weeks, months, I can't tell you what it was. But yo, I got this dude's wife back.
That's
with this
awesome.
letter. No, it wasn't.
That's horrible.
No, it wasn't.
That's horrible.
Because she found out I wrote it.
Oh.
And then this dude's wife started falling in love with my writing and shit. And wanted to continue to write. Dog, the shit wound up being a disaster. I had to like, dog, it was a disaster. Like, we had a falling out. The dude wanted to beat me up and all type of other shit. You know what I mean? Like, we wound up being friends in the end. We wound up being friends. Like, it's all sorted out. But, like, that's how it was. And he come to me and said, oh, man, I want you to write to my wife. And I wrote to her. And then they got in a fight. And he came out and said, I never even wrote. I didn't even say that to you, you know? And she found out. You know what I mean? And then over the course of time, you know what I'm saying? Like, he come to me. It wasn't just like one thing. It's like it was over time, you know? And he said, oh, man, say something else to her, you know? And I pen him up something. And there you have it, man. So that's why that's not good.
Yeah.
That's why it's not good to have somebody writing your love notes for you. Mm-hmm. That's a real thing that happened to me. Like, it's a bad... if I was you out there, I would never text message for your buddy if he's going through something with his girlfriend. I know some dudes do that. Like, yo, text her and tell her I don't give a fuck. No, don't do that. Because people in the heat of the moment, you tell somebody else to speak for you.
Don't middleman people's relationships.
That's crazy.
And
like
friendships. Don't try to be
it's
the
just
mediator.
it's just really risky.
Also, don't try to match people
no,
either.
And let's say that you're in a trustworthy relationship or friendship or whatever. You got, you know what I'm saying? Because it's trustworthy, it'd be probably easier just to not even do that.
Also,
you don't know these people. Like, you don't know that app.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't know you.
Those are strangers.
It's an app.
And that's a...
Is it AI?
No, that's...
Oh, come on. Let me hear about the end
people.
of this. We got a couple minutes, so I'd love to hear how this turns out.
Okay. Let me go back to the article.
This sounds crazy.
Right? It is crazy.
You meet a girl, and you meet a girl, you meet a boy, or whatever it is, and then you assign an agent
to help you out with them, yeah.
Okay.
Relationship experts are nothing new, with plenty of people historically turning to professionals in the field, from marriage counselors to matchmakers, to improve their romantic relationships. Get this.
Maybe that's what I should be doing.
Yo, get this, though.
They should hire me.
This is crazy. Ready? Half of the United States adults under the age of 30 have used a dating app, according to a 2023 study conducted by Pew Research Center. And 1 in 5 partnered adults within the same age range met their current partner on a dating app. So it makes sense that people are seeking specific professional help. Isn't that crazy? Half of the adults in the United States under the age of 30 have used a dating app.
I'm not trying to create an inside group from an outside group, but I'm pleasantly happy to be old and say that me and Melissa did not meet on a dating app. We met because of our love for music. You know, it's at least of all things, you know, maybe we want to be billionaires or be the crown kings of England. But I'll tell you what, we might not save humanity or homelessness, but at least we didn't meet on Tinder.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that people that do, I think if you meet somebody cool, then you do. If something great happens to you, then it's great. If something is good, then it is good. Something that is real. But there is something really also good about that not happening. There's just something good about that. Because it maybe just because it's different.
Yeah.
It's good for everyone. Everyone's good.
You met in person. According to this article, it's pretty rare, I guess, to meet people in person. So
I don't think
awesome.
I don't think it makes you any fucking better than anybody or any worse or nothing like that.
I'm just saying that's cool because you don't hear that
I'll
anymore.
tell you what I do think makes shit worse when you have a complete stranger sending text messages to talk to your girlfriend. I think that's super duper hollow, transparent punk shit.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that. And if you're doing that now and you're mad at me, oh man, I know. Just leave. Don't ever talk to me again. Then I don't even care. I'm just telling you. If you need a robot to talk to your girlfriend or your mother, or your boyfriend, you need to stop it.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
Says old Will. That's what I'm telling you. Uncle Will told you to stop that shit. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a stop that shit buzzer on this fucking. We gotta go.
Stop that shit.
We gotta go because we gotta get
I see.
we gotta renew our subscriptions to Pornhub before they take it like they did in Texas.
And Florida.
Let's go get our IDs.
Quick! Bye!